Yo! Video games.
Yeah, having Wesker fighting the fucking Mr. X or Tyrant or Birkin would be fucking nuts. Having those characters come together in one giant... Dude, Resident Evil could be its own fucking fighting game for crying out loud.
It could.
There's so many fucking characters.
Hey, Prodigy, thank you.
Put Sheva! Put Sheva in! Give us Sheva!
Sheva.
Put Sheva in and have her do some crazy fucking gun kata moves.
Imagine, I mean, I was hearing rumors about it before MVCI, like back when, like the second month after MVCI was out, but I heard that after
Mr. X finds the Infinity Gauntlet.
After the Monster Hunter and, Winter Soldier and Venom and all those guys came out.
Yeah.
There was going to be 4 Capcom characters and 2 Marvel characters. And I think one of the Marvel characters was Kamala Khan, which was a big one at the time. She's a big deal post 2000s, I think, Marvel character. Yeah, I don't know a lot about her.
She's in Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to play her in the new game.
What does she do? What the fuck?
She's got like a bunch of moves. She's got like Mr. Fantastic, like stretchy arms and shit like that. Yeah, she's actually cool.
Is she related to Kodokan?
No, she's not. One of the characters on the Capcom side was Asura.
Oh, well,
Asura
you would have lost your fucking marbles on that
was
shit.
rumored to be in MVCI.
Yeah.
And that was going to be a part of Season 2.
She's Miss Marvel? Wait, what?
She's the new Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Oh, she's Mr. Fantastic?
She has Mr. Fantastic.
Like, well, stretchy arms, obviously. Yeah, I get that, but... She's the new Miss Marvel.
But that didn't happen. Like, MVCI's obvious future DLC content got scrapped for some reason.
So what is she? Is she an alien?
I don't know. I actually had no idea her story.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy, anyone else remember what the other Marvel character was? I can't. Oh, it was Peter Quill. It was Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Star-Lord was the other Marvel character.
Okay.
What's up, Duck? Thank you. And I believe the other Capcom side characters were Virgil. Maybe I think Rashid was one of them.
Rashid, wow.
And I believe the last one was maybe Gil, was what I was hearing.
That makes sense.
Gil from Third Strike.
Rashido, though, like, he seems to be a sleeper hit amongst people.
He
like,
is. He's one of the cooler new additions.
Yeah,
to
people just gravitate towards that guy. They love him.
And I was hearing shit about Gil from, like, the E3.
Yeah, Gil was
off and on from, like, the
E3
E3, from people to people to people at E3, like 2017, when Marvel Infinite was being shown.
Oh my god, fucking Gil versus Ashura's Wrath. Good god, what a battle that would be, right?
What a fucking battle.
That would be a battle and a half. My goodness.
And the cool thing is that you have to start thinking about how cool the Marvel side would be. You can actually do...
Oh, I used the bow.
R2? I'm sorry, L2.
But again, this Konika Khan and Star-Lord, yeah, I mean, those are kind of cool characters.
They were pretty much still a part of, like, they're not X-Men yet. They're still
exactly.
MCU
That's why I'm like, well...
style.
What is this?
If you whack him, you get a bunch of rewards. He'll run away. He'll like burrow.
And he's gone.
What the fuck? I can't hit him.
Yeah, he throws shit at you to prevent you from hitting him. And he makes your battery drain. RJ. He sounds like a womp. What's the thing? Sounds like a thing on fucking Return of the...
Tauntaun.
A Tauntaun, yeah, thank you. You know exactly Is he a Zephyr?
He does sound like a Tauntaun.
Sounds like a Tauntaun, yeah.
Fuck you.
Wow, he really sounds like a Tauntaun.
Tauntaun will freeze before it hits the first marker.
But yeah, that's the that's essentially like who was going to be in MVCI Season 2.
And it
didn't happen.
The fucking Capcom side sounds aming. The
Marvel side didn't sound great.
Yeah,
it sounded like they were eventually going to get to it, but it was obviously not the focus. But that wouldn't have been. And here's the funny thing. Do you remember that conversation I had when Dragon Ball was coming out, and Dragon Ball was obviously beating Marvel Infinite into like a bloody pulp?
Yeah, at this point. Yeah.
It was going for the throat at Marvel vs. Capcom, and it was winning.
Yeah.
So what I said was like, you know what? I love Marvel vs. Capcom, and I love Dragon Ball at the time too. I like both of these games are exactly the shit I love. MVC for character ideas, Hazanti, thank you. I specifically said MVCI needs to lay low. I specifically was like, this game needs to
that's what you were saying
be forgotten about. It needs to take sort of the path of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then have like a rebirth. So in December or something like that, when it was like Dragon Ball was about to come out and Marvel Infinite got its like last update, and I'm like, I kind of feel like this game needs to go away. And it needs to go away, and it needs to find some identity and get like, you know, sort of like reignited in some way and be reborn as like a new Marvel vs. Capcom. Destroy the Infinite title, fuck it, get rid of it, reuse a lot of the mechanical stuff that worked, like the base should still be MVCI because a lot of the game's already done.
The core mechanics.
The core mechanics are already done, and you can still, you know, start adjusting things like the Infinity Stones, fuck the Infinity Stones, bring in another character.
Yeah.
I said they should do all this shit in the background and just make it so that all the volatility and all the hatred that's associated with this game kind of goes away.
Yeah.
That for when it eventually comes back, I didn't think it would take even this long. I didn't think it was going to take like, we're at 2 years now, almost. I didn't think it was going to be this long, but I did say that it should come back as something else.
Yeah.
And seemingly enough, like, it's definitely gone away.
The thing is that I remember what you said before, but I do disagree at a level.
Do I prefer that? No.
Right.
They should have fucking fixed it.
Exactly. I
should have
felt like
fucking fixed it.
I felt like all that animosity and anger and hatred towards the game would have went away if they fixed it. And that's all the game actually just really needed.
Yeah.
Just to be fixed.
It just needed a little bit of love.
They understood that, hey, this game is getting a bad rep. So fix the bad rep. Don't just fucking disacknowledge the game that you already started
and this
on.
was
and
my
then be like, oh, okay, we're gonna work on something completely new.
This was my prediction: is that it's not completely new. It's going to be fundamentally the same thing, but it's going to look good.
Yeah.
It's going to have the characters you want it to have.
Yeah.
It's going to alleviate the issues that you had from Marvel 3 to this one, which is that people were butthurt that there was no 3v3. For those that played it, were like, oh no, this game's crazy as fuck with just 2v2.
I just don't understand.
We know.
I just don't understand how the core mechanic of the tag system from MVCI will translate to three characters.
Absolutely could.
And
you just have to use your imagination.
That's the thing.
Like that's the game designer aspect of it. Like
I think it'll just be too much. That's just my interpretation of how that will go.
That's why the DLC didn't happen. That's why there was no the second like line of costumes that was supposed to happen. Like characters supposed to get wave 1 and wave 2 of costumes.
Yeah.
That shit just got buried. They literally didn't say anything about the game. Nothing. Like they avoided the questions.
They pretended it didn't exist.
Pretended it didn't exist at that point.
Like I would love to get an interview with like somebody that's on the team
and be like, "Yo,
so what's going on with MVCI and what happened and stuff like that," and just have them watch them just completely be silent
and just have them be like, "Yeah, it was a game that happened." They won't,
exactly. They won't even acknowledge.
They won't be able to say anything. So the idea was
that's very frustrating.
That was my prediction. Was the fact that they're going to save all that shit that they were working on because they obviously were working on more stuff. They were obviously getting ready to keep updating the game, and that development was going to continue, right?
I wonder if they do that before interviews. They'd be like, okay, you can give me an interview, but just make sure you don't mention anything about MVCI.
Oh yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah, we're not going to be taking any questions regarding this.
Or something like that, yeah.
Lambda, thank you for the 4 years, man. Anyone home?
Because even then, no interviewer recently, when it comes to Capcom, has even mentioned MVCI either. They haven't.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned it. Neither have they.
Dude,
So it seems kind of odd. Like it seems kind of what do you call it? Convenient.
Yeah,
for them.
And I would say, chat. Here's the ultimate way to make it like to get people back on your side. Marvel 4 happens whenever the fuck it might happen, if it ever happens.
If it does, yeah.
And you offer it at a discount for people that bought MVCI.
Well, he says, long story short, Marvel Infinite was a mistake. Yes, but it was a good mistake. It was a good mistake because it paves the way.
There was a lot of mistakes.
It paves the way for...
They unfortunately, in all the horrible decisions they made in that game, made the best playing Capcom fighting game in 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, exactly. Like...
Not all of it was a mistake. One of it was they made some really fucking interesting shit.
Yeah.
Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But at its core, the most fun Capcom fighting game, the best playing Marvel vs. Capcom game. It's fucking
you could say Tekken X Street Fighter X Tekken was a mistake, but I mean it still had its quirks as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it could pave the way for another version of the game later on down the road if they decide to make it a little better. Street Fighter V was a mistake to a lot of people. Solid fucking game for other people. So.
But that's the thing. If they learn from Street Fighter V and going into Street Fighter 6 that people actually want,
over the top
execution.
Stuff. Yeah.
People actually want things to do with their characters instead of like control. And maybe it was a good thing that Street Fighter V happened to get the better game.
Yeah. Sure, it's just an ugly game, and again, that shouldn't be the point.
Yeah, MVCI is a beautiful disaster.
Ah!
It is.
I like that.
It is a Ferrari that looks like a Corolla on the outside.
Damn.
No offense to anyone that has a Corolla.
Ah.
Let's say it's a Ferrari that looks like
A Pinto.
it looks like a
Yeah,
Pinto on the
yeah.
outside.
Oh my god! Wow, he just bit my head off.
No disrespect to anybody out there that owns a Pinto.
No disrespect to anybody that owns a Pinto.
Yeah.
So that game kind of deserved the fate it got. Like, I wasn't happy. I'm the biggest fucking fan in the world.
Sure.
I love the game. I'm not fucking happy. I'm not happy with the way with who's in it and the way it looks. Like, what the fuck?
Just simple patches, fixes would have alleviated all of that.
But that's the idea. Is that, and if what is happening could be happening.
The problem with that game was the way it looked in its roster, and that was no simple patch fix.
That was that. Yeah, it was like, if we're gonna fix the way the game looks and its roster, it wouldn't almost be better to wait till the next generation.
I just disagree with that. I
personally disagree, but I'm thinking from a business standpoint.
Right, from their standpoint and stuff like that.
And the best way to get people back on their side that actually did invest in MVCI and did like it is that you offer MVC4 at a discount. Like, if you did buy the game, like,
that's
you
true.
You can buy MVC4 at $40 or something.
Yeah.
Instead of like the full price. That's a pretty nice gesture.
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna release a part 4, make it more available to people that invested their time and their money into MVCI, which didn't work out.
That's going to be so many years down the road at this point.
Sure.
Or, you know what? The best thing you could do...
Oh, shit!
God, dangerous.
I forgot what fucking buttons were what for thing.
The,
do thing.
here's the other perfect scenario, is that they announce Marvel 4. Something for Marvel 4 gets announced in the next few years.
Yeah.
And they're like, we announced it. And just like how they announced Marvel Infinite, what did they release? Here's Ultimate Marvel 3. They're like, yeah, UMBC 3's back. Enjoy it, everybody. Marvel 4 gets announced. Guess what's back? Marvel 2.
Yeah.
Here's Marvel 2, everybody. It's like $20 right now. Go get it. Oh, and if you bought MVCI, Marvel 2 is free.
Which is crazy because
That's a pretty good gesture.
PS3 Marvel 2 is spot on. There's nothing wrong with that game. You don't really need to.
It's pretty fucked up.
PS2?
There's a lot of
Oh, not PS2. I'm sorry.
PS2 version.
Wait.
You said PS3.
Yeah,
PS3 version of Marvel 2 has a lot of issues.
Really?
It crashes like if you play it more often than just a night.
Yeah.
It crashes like fucking crazy.
Really?
It was made very quickly.
The fuck was
There's
the
some stuff
Transformer?
that is like not the way it should be. Like Cable's Hyper Viper is 0 frames.
Oh wow!
If you're not blocking when Cable does Hyper Viper,
Yeah.
it'll hit you.
Oh shit!
That doesn't happen in the arcade version. Like it's 1 frame and you can block. There's a lot of like, it's one of the closest versions of the arcade, but it's not.
Marvel-
It's a decent port.
Marvel 2 on Switch. Interesting. Yeah, like, that could be a thing.
Yeah,
right?
PS3 Marvel 2 and Xbox 360 Marvel 2 have some funky bugs.
Right, because people are doing it right now.
What, the Hyper Viper beam?
Oh, they're playing Marvel 2 on Switch.
Yeah, there's a Dreamcast emulator on Switch.
Of course there
You
is.
can
Right?
play Marvel 2 on it. It's not running at 60 FPS yet,
57 solid.
but it's close.
Easy.
I've watched the video. I'm like, well, this is completely functional.
There's some pop. I watched it. There's some pop-in shit and some of the background. Anything
from
that's
57 to
2D
60
is
is-
okay, but 3D shit X weird.
Well, but from 57 to 60 isn't that big of a deal.
For fighting game people, it's a huge deal.
Really? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What? I won't do this. I won't be here anymore.
When does Nioh 2 get released on Steam? I don't know if it's even has a PC announcement.
How do I know when I have more patches?
You're almost dead. So you're full on the.
Can you heal now or no? Oh.
It's right there. It's not full. Triple Indie, thank you. Yeah, there's no PC announcement for Nioh 2 yet. Just like how the PC version of the first one got announced way later.
Shit. Fire.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Fuck no!
That's a huge bitch!
This surly bitch.
Yeah.
What's the third bar? Yeah, you got like 3 bars, don't you? Yeah.
And the weird thing is that
One is stamina.
Stamina, health. I don't know what the third one is.
Sword strength, maybe?
The weird fucking thing is that MVCI keeps selling Like, every single
Yeah.
time Capcom puts out an investor's report, it sells another 100,000 units. It's fucking weird.
It's almost like if the game is fucking good and word of mouth is getting around that the game is good.
That's actually what happened to Ultimate Marvel 3. Ultimate Marvel 3 came out, it tanked. It tanked hard. It sold like 80K in its first month. It was bad. It took years to eventually become a game that a lot of people bought.
Right.
Years.
I can imagine, dude. Like, again, disavowing a game that's successful is just strange
a lot of
business to
people
me.
disavowed Ultimate Marvel 3. Guess what? Because it came out within 6 months of Marvel 3 Vanilla.
Yeah.
It was like,
But
dude,
people
the
didn't
game just
complain.
came out.
People didn't complain about it at that level of MVCI.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, like, dude, there was Angry Joe videos. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people that, like, Capcom fucked us over again with their Ultimate versus EX Alpha versions, and that was a huge meme at the time, was that everyone was pissed, like, oh, I'm going to buy this game, and then you're just going to release another one in a few months, right?
Yeah.
They literally did that. So people didn't buy UMVC3 for the longest time. Like, it took a long
I
time
kinda
for
hate
that
this
game to
thing.
get its sales. Yeah, low stance. I mean, we loved it because I was just fucking hyped that Strider's in it and shit, and like Phoenix Wright and all this like crazy shit, man. Virgil's back, and
I
that
don't
was
think you ever used Phoenix Wright, though.
no, I didn't. I'm not a Phoenix Wright fan. It was just neat seeing him there.
Yeah.
Like, how does he work? Like, Nioh, thank you. And it's not that like, and some people are like, oh, Marvel 3 is way better.
What
like
the
game.
fuck? Why is the zoom in the game?
So the cat gives you press R2 really quick. Press L2. Try R2 again. Hold it down. You don't have any extra moves yet. Asukana, thank you. You haven't grabbed any enemy souls, have you?
I got one. I signed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I signed it to R2.
Oh, there you go. So the cat recharges that for you. Yeah, the cat, see, it's going up real fast. That's that bar. So you can use that more and more. Weebathor, thank you. And Asukana, thank you for the fine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the cat's awesome. It gives you infinite EX moves, and he'll last for like a few minutes before he goes away. So just hammer these guys. Big hammer.
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
That's a good move.
Yeah, it is.
That's literally Shao Kahn's attack in MVC or MK11. He's a chonka.
Yeah, the cat's awesome. It looks amazing too. Yeah, it's gone now. So yeah. Long story short.
What the fuck?
Long story short, 1 in 14,605 chance of that happening.
It can happen.
It can happen.
It could happen.
It can happen. Hey, got another one.
I will bet you fucking money you're not seeing any MVCI Infinity.
Simmons trying to lose his money.
I'm waiting for you to put it up.
I'm waiting for you, Simmons, coward.
What kind of fucking argument defense is that?
How do you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Show me the money. Bet you $50. Shit. I actually like the fact that it has a character creator.
Yeah, it helps. It just adds a bit to the game, right? So you can organize. You can press R3 to sort it by like ability, dude, level. Because you just want weapons that are at higher level or just better. So sort by level. There you go. R3 one more time, and just go all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And then your level 4
Exactly.
Kiku Ichimonji is probably much better. So
They're
there's
both equipped.
oh, they are? Okay. The whole gimmick of the game is that once you gain familiarity on your weapon, it does more damage.
Yeah.
You just become more familiar. So it means you whack things and you get familiarity, you do
Yeah.
more damage. And then it maxes out. What do I think Capcom's doing now? It's probably not that. Probably something completely different. I know, I just want to be surprised. Capcom is at E3. They have a big booth. Iceborne is definitely going to be there. But yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my cool blue.
Ooh.
My chick is beautiful.
My chick is beautiful.
My chick bad.
Nobody else talk to her.
You know what this game is getting me hyped for, actually? Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting for that shit.
Soon.
Well, it's gonna be a playable demo at E3, right?
Speaking of which, oh, hold on a sec, chat.
Yeah, playable demo.
I'm gonna have to make sure I mute everybody.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, then we fucked. That's why Kenny's tired right
My
now.
ass is still hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
this is the problem when
That's
you guys
why.
don't use any
That's
Vaseline.
why Kenny's really tired.
Why
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
HP
This
so
is the
low?
problem when you guys don't use any fucking Vaseline, man. Inconsiderate. That's what I call it. Inconsiderate and churlish.
Oh god, the mic wasn't off.
Oh, unbelievable!
hope they didn't
You
hear
did
it.
it again, Max.
Something or anything about his fucking.
Right? I mean,
I
you
just
always do that one and you forget
He
this
threw a
one,
bomb
Max.
at you. It was unfortunate
Yikes.
from a distance. And
From a distance.
They are accurate as fuck. They're like all Troy Aikmans. They'll just nail you with a grenade from a mile away.
So, man,
Machine Toys, happy second, dude.
you definitely got your fill of Dark Souls games before the next Dark Souls comes out.
And there's a Dark Souls game potentially got a big one getting announced at E3. There's
Wait,
an
yeah,
open world George R.R. Martin Dark Souls game
Yeah.
potentially getting announced.
What the fuck? Who said that?
It's been heavily rumored.
Oh,
like,
shit.
heavily. It's an open world, like, horse traversal Dark Souls style game.
What the fuck? Who's
Yeah.
who's it by?
About Norse mythology.
Oh, wow, okay. Who's it by?
FromSoft, the Dark Souls guys.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
So, they're actually making something other than Dark Souls?
Oh, yeah, well, they made Sekiro, and Sekiro is pretty much Tenchu.
Yeah.
So their Dark Souls is done. Like, the Dark Souls story is finished.
What?
Gojira Kira, thank you. That doesn't mean they're gonna stop making games.
Yeah, because, I mean, fucking Call of Duty story is done. You
And that
think that's
doesn't
gonna
mean
stop them? Yeah,
That doesn't mean that Bandai Namco's gonna be like, well, that Dark Souls series was a hell of a lot of fun.
We did it, guys!
We certainly made some great money. Shake hands. We'll see you next time, From Software.
We're done!
Enjoy your wonderful island nation of Japan.
We had a great run!
We're here too.
Money we don't need,
Call us
we made
anytime.
a great story!
We'll look after your kids.
Yeah.
That's not how business works, Chad.
You have something that's a gold mine, you keep milking
Now
it.
that Dark Souls is done, what's next?
Yeah.
We'll pay George R.R. Martin, the Throne of Games guy. We'll do that. We'll pay him to write a story.
We had a cookie ride, guys!
We had a great time. See you later. That's not how it works.
Oh shit, man. I can just imagine I'm just like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna pack up now. Everybody's gone, out of the office. We're done. Close up shop.
And usually most game developers kind of need to keep developing games.
Yeah, in
they
order-
want to stay like employed.
You want to feed the people that like
Yeah,
have
if you want to
children?
keep
You're like,
your business going, you don't just be like, well, those are a great couple of small games we put out.
right?
Right, sir. All right, great job, chaps. See you next time.
It becomes a fucking. I don't want to say convoluted. I think that's the word I'm looking for, but it becomes just I'm gonna say convoluted for now until I get the word in my head. But it becomes kind of convoluted when you really think about when, let's say, the end of Avengers, and you look at the titles or the credits, and you see all these fucking names, and it's just a big blur. These are people with lives, you know what I mean? Like, these people are fucking in a dark studio, or, you know, just working so hard on these fucking games. You get the same thing with these video games. Everybody's in front of a computer 24/7. They got
Message from last donate. Thank you.
Hey, and there's so much going on just making these games that you
Fuck
don't
him up.
really think about it. You just think about the game.
Yeah.
And how fucking
Well,
cool it is.
I mean, you don't think about it if you're asshole.
No, I mean, you guys don't know, because the
just think like,
honestly,
oh, I
the
just
general
want-
public doesn't.
want the thing.
What do you
Just give me the thing.
What do you think happens when Ed Boon says anything? Oh, when's DLC? Oh, when's
I know.
Molina? Oh,
I
they
know.
don't give a shit about the people that are actually working in the background.
That's,
There's so
that's
many-
really unfortunate.
right. That's what
I mean,
I'm saying.
but I can understand why people don't, because they just want the thing.
They want the
and
fucking
they haven't
thing.
they haven't
don't give a
been.
shit.
I've been in this situation where I've had to fucking do that. So, I mean, I don't. it's hard for people to sympathize in that
What do you
situation.
mean? Yeah, exactly. Where you were in that position where you're
I was working on KI.
Yeah,
like,
you're just a name in the background.
I aged 5 fucking years in 6 months. Like,
that stuff. Those
way it
like,
works.
those like people's lives, man. Like it's nuts. Like they got a family to feed after they're done working on your game that you keep bitching about.
Simmons likes this game. You're gonna get a lot of gear though. You're gonna get a lot of gear throughout this game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
But the
like
cool
any of that.
part is that this game has a system where you get new gear that's better stats. You
Yeah.
can make it look like that.
Right.
So you
But
can
yeah,
always be cool looking.
Xenoblade X had that.
Yeah,
that
transmog.
option. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, please always let me do that.
When's rain? When's
Zero lives.
Melina?
Thank you.
Wow, fuck my character. I mean,
Simmons, please.
Sometimes it's just too much information. You notice how when you killed the big guy, all the demon
yeah,
shit went
all
away.
the, all the shit.
So all the boxes that were locked up before, you can open up now. When an unblockable attack happens, it goes waka and gets this big stinger.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great stream, chaps. Good night.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We did it, guys. We did it. I want to fuck those little guys.
I'm not gonna end the stream.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you explain yourself.
No, you see what happens is.
Yes, chat room. I think I need to make a video. Just bringing up public awareness. Valhallan, thank you. And I need to make it like transparent that I don't want to be the one to have to be like, I'm not making this video to become employed again. I probably don't want to be employed again. If I can help out in some ways, I would if there was another Killer Instinct. But to just make a video spreading awareness of how fucking awesome KI was, of how important it was for the Xbox One when the Xbox One wasn't doing that great. And
Oh, it's a big ass sword.
how it's quite literally like a diamond in the rough fighting game
Diamond.
that has a pretty big following.
A rough in the
A
diamond.
lot of people really enjoyed it for how limited of a release it was. And just like a proposal to the Microsoft dudes.
Damn.
Dos Grande, that there'd be enough it's not just myself, there's like a lot of other people that would be very interested. And hey, you know what? We're in a situation where you could easily gauge how much other system owners would enjoy Killer Instinct. You know why? You can just take KI and put it on the Switch.
You good?
There's Daimon, thank you, dude. There has been rumors that KI is that Ori's coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
There's rumors that Master Chief Collection is coming to the Switch.
Wow.
There's rumors of
Forza something?
Forza potentially coming to the Switch.
Forza thing? or
I
something?
can't
Yeah.
think of a better system to release, Killer Instinct 2014 on than Switch to sort of gauge
Bring it back home.
the players.
That'd
Bring it back to
insane.
Nintendo.
Bring it back to Nintendo.
Coming
And then
to
when
your
there's-
Nintendo Switch only in 2019.
Yeah, and then when there's an eventual sequel, if there is an eventual sequel, maybe that's a good way to gauge it. That, oh my god.
MK11 sold a lot.
I hope they're already working on it. And I'm kept completely in the dark. I absolutely hope so.
I saw that with the lock on.
But there's a lot of... I can't even imagine a fandom that was more passionate than the Killer Instinct fans. Like, holy crap, dude. And that game kept getting updates, and kept getting DLC, and kept getting seasons, and kept getting costumes, and kept getting stuff, and everyone ate it the fuck up. No, another Killer Instinct.
Oh, okay.
Like, if there was a new KI.
Oh yeah, all the DLCs and shit.
If they wanted to gauge interest in making a new KI, they can put it out on Switch. Because Microsoft's bringing games to Switch.
Damn. That's crazy.
Like Ori and Cuphead, or
Yeah,
Cuphead's
yeah.
already on Switch.
yeah.
So
Cuphead's
there's
on
a...
Switch. Oh, fuck you in the neck hole.
So that was.
What would it take for Sony to do cross-platform? To start making.
We're closer to it happening now than ever because,
Start losing money.
yeah, they would have to lose money. But Sony at a very high... I think that was almost Microsoft's way of like... So
Trying to-
Microsoft and Sony are working together already. But it's Microsoft
Cloud gaming.
and
Cloud
Sony
gaming.
above the gaming division.
Yeah, they were completely blindsided by it.
Microsoft's gaming division for like cloud stuff is now working with Sony, but above the gaming division. So Sony PlayStation's gaming division was like, "What? Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Sony's like, "Yeah, we're working with Microsoft to do all this cloud stuff." and we're going to utilize it in PlayStation, and we're going to utilize it.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, Sony Gaming is like, what?
They
that's
thought,
what's happened.
they
So it's
thought they were
corporate.
going
It
to be
was
working with
corporate.
Amazon.
So it seems that Microsoft has been trying to like sneak their way into the pants of
Yeah.
these other developers to be like, you know, we can work together because Xbox isn't doing great, but we got a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And we still want to work in this space. So we're going to sneak in Nintendo's pants. They did.
Yeah.
We're going to sneak into Sony's pants. Sony's like, no crossplay, no nothing. Get out of here. You shoot. We're beating
Yeah.
you. Get out of here.
We're
So
still
what
in
they do?
competition.
They go to PlayStation's mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then now they're sleeping with PlayStation's mom and dad. And eventually it's going to work its way back down. So that's what's happening. That's why crossplay could eventually be a thing because Microsoft cut them off at the pass.
Yeah, yeah.
They could have potentially been like, well, we want to make this thing happen where we're going to put our games and our online and other systems. You know what? Well, maybe we'll just go to the mom and dad
when you mean that
instead of
they
the gaming division.
so when you say that they went above the gaming division, you're saying corporate.
They
like
went
you're talking
Sony
about-
corporate in Japan.
When-
Yeah, they went above PlayStation,
Okay,
straight to Sony.
Sony himself.
Guys that make
Yeah.
decisions for
So then-
PlayStation, but
Yeah,
don't
like
run
the-
it.
So then, as far as cross-platform,
So that's what I
What-
mean, like the cross-platform, cross-play thing.
They just started
could just
working
trickle
with
down as a result
I
because
see what
we're
you're
already working for Microsoft, so you have
hey,
to.
if you do
Why
it,
don't
yeah,
just
you
do
might
it?
as well, yeah.